Hello, beautiful out there. This is Barista Ukonu, and I welcome you back to today's Springbok series. And if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Please do subscribe to my channel. For all my return subscribers, say a very big thank you. And if there's any topic of concern you'd like me to treat, just like I always say, don't forget to leave it in the comment section down below. And today's Springbok series, we're considering the topic titled Stop Revisiting the Last Chapter of Your Life. Now, one thing you must know is that life is a continuous journey, and much like a book with many chapters. Now, each of the chapters of that book is filled with its own experience, lessons, and opportunities for growth. Now, one thing we must note that yes, it's all too easy to find ourselves fixated on the last chapter. Now, always replaying it within our minds every time, analyzing it. Now, every details of it, allowing it to shaping you, even your present and also with your future. Now, one thing we must note that what are the impacts? Now, we need to understand the impact of this past. Now, one thing is that revisiting your past experience can serve what a purpose. Now, what it does is that it provides you with an insight and which fosters growth, and however it prevents you from moving forward. Now, one thing you need to note that your past will provide you an insight to the mistakes already done, and which you should use to propel you into a further direction in order for you to avoid the mistakes of the past, but not for you to dwell in it, because when you dwell in it, it prevents you from moving forward. Now, we might dwell on mistakes missed, allowing these reflections to overshadow the potentials of new beginning. Now, when you do that, it engulfs you and it prevents potential new beginning. And these habits can often lead to the feeling of regret, anxiety, and even stagnation. Now, most of the time, when you start looking back on the things that you have failed to do, instead of looking forward into the brighter side, it prevents you from moving ahead in life. And that's why most of the time you see yourself rigmaroling and going through the same patterns all the time, because what you are doing is trying to revisit the things that have already happened to you in the past, because you're much more than the things that have happened to you. Now, what are the importance of letting go? Now, to truly embrace the present, it is essential for each and every one of us to let go of what was and look forward to what is. And this doesn't mean forgetting the past. That's not what I mean by that. You don't need to forget the past or dismissing it. Now, its significance, it involves acknowledging it as part of your story and choosing to move forward. Now, it's part of you which you cannot erode. Now, you choose to move forward by letting it go, even despite the fact that you're still remembering it. Now, letting go can be liberating, can be a liberating act. Now, for you to let go is something that liberates you, that enables you to feel free. Now, having that feeling of free, not freeing you from that weight, from that burden, from that old narrative that no longer serves the purpose of who you are. Now, what you need to do in order for you to stop reading that last chapter of your life is to embrace the present, because the present is where life unfolds. Each day offers the chances for you to start anew, for you to start afresh, to set fresh intentions, and to engage with the world in ways you haven't before. Now, ask yourself what you do want your next chapter to look like. What do you want the next chapter of your book to look like? You decide it. The decision is in your hand. The ball is in your court. Now, you decide how you want your new or your new chapter to look like. The old chapter is already written and it should be a forgotten story. Now you need to rewrite and to think about how you want your new chapter to look like. You beautify it and you make it the way you want it to be, and by that way you realize that life can be so beautiful, and you see yourself not rereading the same chapter of your life, because when you reread, it brings room for stagnation. Now it leaves room for a lot of revisiting mistakes, and you see yourself dwelling in that mistakes, not giving room for new opportunities for you to move and to brace ahead in life. It is possible for you to attain anything in life, but what you must do is that you must let go of that old chapter of your life, that old chapter of the book, what in your life that you like rereading at every point in time. Let go of that old chapter and start writing a new chapter. You realize that you have a better ahead of you than the former that you had before. Activate your brain box today. Thank you.